Studying evil regimes of the past, like the Nazi regime, what can we learn from those history lessons that can help us with today? Watch this.
You were talking about the genius of war. It's not Hitler that's a genius. If anyone's a genius, it's Goebbels, the propaganda chief. And it is their ability to harness that they are the kings of messaging. You know, they don't have X, they don't have social media, but they do have new technology. And that new technology, that new approach is flooding the airwaves with their singular message, which is always the same and has been ever since the Nazis come into power. And it is using radios. And I think radios are really, really key to the whole story, because there is no denser radio network anywhere in the world, including the United States and Germany in 1939. So while it's really behind the times in terms of mechanization, it is absolutely on top of its game in terms of comms. So 70% of households in Germany have radios by 1939, which is an unprecedented number. That is only beaten by United States, and only just. So it is greater than any other nation in Europe. And in terms of flooding the airwaves, it is the densest, because even for the 30% who don't have radios, that's not a problem, because we'll put them in the stairwells of apartment blocks, we'll put them in squares, we'll put them in cafes and bars. And the same stuff, the Nazi state controls the radio airwaves as it does the movies, as it does newspapers. All aspects of the media are controlled by Goebbels and the propaganda ministry, and they are putting out the same message over and over again. It's not all Hitler's ranting. It's entertainment, light entertainment, some humorous shows. It is also Wagner, of course, and Richard Strauss. It's a mixture, but the subliminal message is the same. We're the best. We're the top dogs. Jewish Bolshevik plot is awful and needs to be, that's the existential threat to us. We have to overcome that. We're the top dogs militarily. We're the best. We should feel really good about ourselves. We're going to absolutely win and be the greatest nation in the world ever. And Hitler's a genius. And that is just repeated over and over and over and over again.
This reminds me of that verse about how Satan is the prince of the power of the air. He uses the airwaves. And if you remember biblically, even going back to Genesis, the book of beginnings, communication has always been big in the kingdom of God, but not only in the kingdom of God, just in spiritual matters. The whole of creation starts with God speaking. God said. So whenever a ruler rises up, if he can command his own voice, and also if he can take control of the central message that is just continually saturating the airwaves and saturating the people, well, he can effectively lead a large group of people all in the same direction, even if it's crazy.